What's up, everybody? Episode 50 of Video Rot. It was made aware to myself that 2 weeks ago we technically have been doing it for 2 years straight, or a year straight. So that's good.
Yeah.
That seems like it wouldn't be a big deal, but it's flown by. I
We didn't
swear,
miss a week either.
the older we get, well, it used to be like that back in the day, where it's like we were like clockwork every weekend doing. Even if I had to walk alongside traffic on my cell phone back in the Skype cell phone days, we made whatever happen. But yeah, it's cool. We're gonna do episode 50. We got Josh James, we got Zach on. I, I kind of
Josh
had an idea to
James.
talk about. It kind of went. I don't really give a shit. I kind of just want to riff it. There's so much to talk about news wise, and let's just kind of shoot the breeze. We'll still have our regular segments, and by all means, if Zach prepared anything to talk about, we'll still talk about it. But it's just going to be a little bit off the cuff. But let's start with how everybody's doing.
Let's Riff Coogan it up. Riff Coogan, one of the greatest filmmakers of our time, fucking made two great films. Fucking, but we'll talk about that some other time.
Well,
Okay.
what's been in the news lately? What's going on? You guys want to talk about topical stuff, or you want
Well-
to go deep dive?
Well, we wanted to talk about film stuff and the stuff that's getting released. Like Riverman got lucky and snagged one of those deluxe edition Exorcists.
Yeah,
From he's got a friend that hooked him up with a copy at retail, even though he could be selling it for 400 plus on eBay right now. Good
Hey, he's
for
my
him.
buddy. We help each other out there, brother.
Well,
I
too bad I don't
wanna
have a
get
friend like that. Ain't
fucking-
that right? No, I'm just kidding.
I don't.
It's fucking
I don't,
bullshit.
I don't need no. I don't need no special fucking steelbook edition from Best Buy, but fucking I want to get that when that.
can I
comes
just
out.
ask a question to Riverman?
Hmm.
So, what's the going rate for an Exorcist steelbook 4K these days? Like that you're willing to pay? Like what did you spread out? What did
Well,
you pay for
he
that?
got the deluxe, the Big Daddy, and the
Yeah, yeah.
Bible, and the
The
crazy
book
With
and
all the
everything.
good stuff in it, all the gems, all the
There's
extras,
certain-
all that.
There's certain movies where I'm willing to do that with, like a Dawn of the Dead, that sort of thing. Like
Yeah.
but
Like the
it's-
Juggernaut.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
not,
it was.
Yeah,
Wasn't it like 70 or 80? It was
yeah,
only like 7.
yeah.
That's not bad.
No, especially when you.
I thought it was going
consider-
to be something like wild, but
I settled for the Best Buy steelbook because that'll go out of print too. I'm like, well, fuck, I'll get some because I don't want that standard one with that really shitty cover. It looks like ass, and it's got that really annoying 100 Years Fox thing or Warner Brothers. They're putting on everything this year, and you can't get rid of it because it's on the slip. But it'll just peel off of the steelbook.
it's like they're having like these fucking Gen Zers design these fucking slip covers or something. and
It's just
like,
ugly.
In the U.S. they are. In the U.K. they actually have good shit.
yeah.
But anyway, I actually like the steelbook. Like, I guess what Zach was saying, the blue that Linda Blair. I think that's actually pretty cool. So I'm happy to have that. But that I'm not even convinced it's got any features other than both cuts of the film. I don't know, but they
It
charge
does.
like
It has some, but
it's $35. So considering what
That's all I
Riverman's getting,
need, really.
but what Riverman's getting in his package, it's considering it's only like not even twice the price. You get a lot of cool shit. It just looks cool. It's stupid stuff.
River,
can't put
did
in
you
the radio show.
did you change your setup or something? Like I like this backdrop. It's fucking sweet.
no, I just moved. I have a small little desk that I just moved over here behind my movie shit. My work desk was the old one, the one I was
Oh,
using
okay.
on before.
I like
so-
these are all probably like Blu-ray and 4K and shit.
Yeah,
behind you?
yeah.
Nice. What's this? This is what's this one? Is that Dawn of the Dead? What's the one right under the L from Last House on the left? The one that's facing out. What's this one?
Vacuum.
Orange and white on the bottom. Yeah, what is
The
that?
spaghetti western set.
Oh,
The Arrow
sweet.
spaghetti western. Yeah, it's the Vengeance
Nice.
set. Yeah, I got some
Spaghetti.
decent stuff, but yeah, one of the movies I was actually going to talk about tonight that I finally watched, and man, this movie.
Well,
movie's
before
great.
we talk about
Okay.
what we watched, let's finish. I wanted to talk more about releases
Yeah,
because there's Exorcist. Like I said, I'm jealous of Todd's thing. I'm hoping they release another wave because I don't know. They only put out 2,000, and of course it was gone within an hour. And I hope if they see the demand and the fact that they're flipping for $400 on eBay, they'll just release another one. Like, why would
Yeah.
you say no to money? Just it's a worldwide audience with that. Even if it's region B, everybody's flooding Amazon UK to buy it. Just put out more.
Money
And
is
to be honest with
gay.
you, I'll probably what's that?
Money is
Who?
gay. Money sucks.
Yeah, money's stupid. Well, they're charging
Money.
too much for this stuff. At like $35. Even I like the Steelbook. $35 though. It's like the Warner Brothers Vacation one they put out where it's got nothing on it,
That's why I
And they
still
want-
haven't gotten it.
and they want $35 for it.
It's
It's a
beautiful.
cool
looking,
Steelbook and
yeah.
all, but it's $35 for the movie, and we're back to the days of DVD where choose a scene as like your special feature, and that's pretty much what you get. So they're just trying to wring out the physical collectors dry because that's all
Fucking-
their income right now.
Give us a commentary and fucking I don't know, a featurette, and then just 2 cuts of the movie. Commentaries for
Well,
get all Eli Roth with it. Get the fucking do a commentary track with the people who did the craft service catering. Fucking get a commentary track with fucking Linda Blair. Get a commentary track, fucking the mom. Get separate ones. Get the Pope to watch the movie and comment on it. That'd be funny.
Dude,
Fucking-
there-
that'd be
How was
great.
some of our commentaries
I know.
not on these discs, man?
I know
Like,
some of our shits. It's
Yeah.
like they should put the clowny fucking fanboy commentaries on there. Like, I'm sure somebody would love to hear that. I mean,
I still
would-
think we have to be on the brain scan. Why are we not on the brain scan?
Pet
commentary?
Cemetery too. Yeah.
And Pet Cemetery 2. We've done enough of them. They should put all of ours. They should put like all 10 Pet Cemetery 2 commentaries we've done.
Put your guys as Ilsa She-Wolf the SS on there or whatever the hell it is.
I think we should. They should put our Ken Park cinematic.
Ken
that's not a
Park. There you go.
commentary.
As the most hits, right? Ken Park.
No, we
We gotta
what's
redo
it
that.
called?
The fucking video commentary for him.
by
yeah,
the way, I want to ask Aaron because I was in Target today, and they have a ton of Ninja Turtle shit out on the shelves in the toy aisle.
yeah.
And I was like, Aaron's my go-to fucking Ninja Turtle guy. Like, what do you think of this stuff coming out? It's like reminiscent of the 80s, late 80s, 90s stuff.
Well, it's
Yeah.
kind of funny. You're just now. Target has had the NECA animated 80s Toon Turtles line exclusivity for like 3 years now. So I'm really deep in that community to the point where I haven't. It's just like that's all Toon. The stuff, most of that shit you see in the glass back there, that's
Yeah.
a lot. All that came from Target for the most part. The stuff that you can see, because Walmart has the exclusivity to the movie lines of Turtles, whether it's 1, 2, or 3. Target has the Toon line. They also have the comic line, the Laird and Eastman shit. It's gotten too big. Like, it's cool and all, but like now it's like at a point you run out of space and you just have to start saying no to some of the really obscure shit. Like, I don't need Bugman. I don't need to get like, I don't need, what is Zach? Zach froze up, man. I think it was just on his end, but it is really cool. And I actually stay away from the section now when I go in most times because I don't want to be tempted, man.
Yeah.
I still
Every
want
time
that
you go
Rex
to
one. man.
Target, you like walk out with a $40
But-
figure or
But
something.
they create this hype though because I don't know if they create this hype because Target the age of the exclusivity is fucking terrible, man. I freaking hate it because you have to go through Target, and the thing is Rex One. I don't know if you can see him like in the corner. Where's it? Right there. Is that little guy, that cop from the animated show?
The Illuminati does not want you guys to see it. This is what fucking YouTube does not want you guys to see. Did you see how as soon as I tried to show this, it kicked me out, and I had to come back to this shit?
Yeah. Anyway,
Illuminati
if you
shit.
want like that guy, you have to go to Target, and they don't sell them online usually. So it's really frustrating. And you're not guaranteed to get it. Like, some stores just won't get it. So people hunt, and they literally go store to store, and then sometimes Regis won't get them forever, and then people go on eBay and pay triple the price, and then like maybe 3 months later someone's region will finally get them, and then there's all these Facebook groups and communities that will like flaunt either their scalping, like, oh man, I got lucky today, and they'll have pictures of their carts and they bought the whole store out to flip them for like, and you're
Yeah.
pissing off everybody on the East Coast who doesn't it's just
I just thought
it's
when
become so
I
toxic. It's really
when I-
become a toxic community.
when I walked in there was a really handsome end cap of like all turtle stuff, and it was
Yeah.
like, and it was just enough like the stuff that we bought when we were kids,
Oh, it's better.
But
It's so
mixed-
much better.
but mixed with like the new series or whatever. I was like, these are some handsome toys right here. I was like tempted for a minute to like pick something up, and I was
It's
like,
the toys that I wish we would have had in the '80s because
yeah,
it's more true to the show. Yeah, they're awesome. They're really
they had
good.
this
I love
cool
it.
like van package with like all the figures in it, and the new April was in there and stuff. I was like, oh man, that's like $50. I was like, maybe I'll buy that, throw it in a box, and forget about it for 10 years or something.
Yeah, that's actually not NECA. That one you saw, but like they actually sold the actual party wagon. That was an exclusive.
Yeah, I remember
Oh,
seeing
yeah.
that like on somebody's toy channel, and it was like really nice.
I don't
It was
think
a lot.
people-
It was
Yeah,
bigger and it was thicker. It was wider. It had like
so
it opened up and stuff. Like
I won't get too down the nerdy rabbit hole here because we have other stuff to talk about. But the one
The
you probably
party
saw is the
wagon.
one that's I know the one you saw. There's Super
Yeah.
7. NECA and Super 7 are kind of the big competitors, and they both have licensing to do the Turtles line. Uh, I'd
You
say
think-
NECA is slightly more popular. Super 7 had a party wagon out already. It really wasn't true to scale. It was a little too big, and nerds get really picky about that shit. Whereas, like, honestly, me, if it was on my shelf, I'm not gonna fucking nitpick it. But they get real fucking anal because these guys build like the nativity fucking scene back there. They do everything. They reenact episodes, and I don't know who has that much space, but they're coming out with a NECA one, which is way more to scale. It is more realistic looking to the show, and that I think they were wanting like fucking $200 for it. Like, are you fucking kidding me? But people eat it up, and they keep buying it, and this shit keeps getting more and more and more pricey. Sorry.
Yeah,
Zach,
I was actually pretty tempted to pick up the Jurassic Park vehicle with the T-Rex, dude.
yeah.
They came out with that looked freaking cool, dude. I remember seeing that back in the '90s. I don't know if that's kind of like just a rehash of the one that came out in the '90s, but I saw
Oh,
that and I was like, man, I haven't
like
seen this.
the actual the kid toy aisles. You talking about that? They do a lot of, yeah, they do a
Was
lot
there-
of reissue stuff. Kenner started reissuing their old toys in the '80s. All the old like real Ghostbusters line that stuff got reissued.
Oh, I bought a ton of that shit.
My brother bought me the
Ton of
same.
it.
My brother bought me for Christmas the same Ecto One.
Yeah.
It's just a repro.
Yeah.
It's not a repro.
But,
It's the same
a
company.
lot of that stuff that ends up in like Target and Walmart for like, I don't know, 6 months, and then it goes away. Like that stuff skyrockets rockets in value.
I don't know, man. They put out the Turbo Man again, and it made my original Turbo Man fucking sink in value.
Yeah.
Fuck
Really?
yeah.
I noticed that they released a lot of like Gen 1 Transformer stuff in Walmart like last year, and like
Yeah.
they're like really like the original kind of stuff with on the like the original packaging type stuff, like limited time. It was just like cheap stuff you could buy off the peg or whatever when you were in Walmart. And then now it's like that stuff is just skyrocketing in value. People trying to buy it off eBay and stuff. I mean, you could buy those Chinese knockoffs or whatever, but I'm just saying, like, they did the Constructive bots, and I don't know, they did the I don't know, a lot of just the Optimus Prime, a lot of the big
Yeah.
hits, whatever. They had them out for like 6 months last year or something, and then they were always sold out of them because like like all the collectors would go out and buy them off the shelf at Walmart.
Well, I really missed an opportunity. If somebody's into flipping shit, or just for me, just even unloading some of my excess stuff I don't have room for in my collection, I really should have pulled the trigger and sold a bunch of shit during the pandemic because everything was just like
Yeah.
inflated. Not just stuff like retro games, dude. The toys, everything. People were just like sitting at home buying. It's probably the stimulus money, or I don't know. Probably people like me that work from home that still had passive income coming in. Then I couldn't go anywhere. But yeah, I missed an opportunity there because there was money on the table. But
I
also-
have like boxes and boxes of carded figures just sitting in the basement, and like
Yeah.
I wanted it at the time, and then no room for it in the nerd cave. It moves into a bubble wrap situation, into a box, and then I go down there, I go through them. I'm like, holy shit, I forgot about this. I got it at like New York Comic Con, like 2011 or whatever. Like I have a carded.
Do you have any like New York?
I have a
Comic Con
carded.
exclusive stuff.
I have a carded Jason figure from like 2012 New York Comic Con. It's worth like $300. I was like, holy
Oh,
shit.
nice.
Dude, I wish I finally got out of the whole thing of I'm gonna open all my shit. I didn't want to be that guy anymore. It's like his stuff was just sitting in boxes, and it's like it takes up so much space. You can at least fit more of it if you just take it out of boxes. But I still kind of have part of the problem though because I save all the boxes. So
Yeah.
and I've got all the boxes in storage. But at least I'm enjoying this place because if I want to sell anything, at least I got a box to go with it to help. But I don't know, man. I part of me wants to get rid of the illness, but I
Yeah.
love it. But I also just like I want to. I used to be a guy that relished in no possessions. I went through that phase, and I
Mhm.
kind of wish I could go back to that to a degree and really just kind of get down to the basics.
Just get rid of the retro game stuff. You don't need that.
I don't need this. I don't need any of it. What do you mean? I don't need the retro game shit? What?
Well,
I
you
mean, any
can't.
of it.
You can't display it. It's sitting in your damn closet.
I could display it if I wanted to. I choose not to. I could shove this in closets too, right?
Yeah, that
You could
looks a lot
argue
better
that
than
you could argue
retro
that I
games.
could play the games. I mean, I'm not exactly playing with this shit in the bathtub. It's the same shit. It's taking up
Looks better.
space.
I
Um,
could totally see you doing that though. Like,
My big turtle. Yeah. It's just it's all the same, and I just choose not to. Some people are the opposite. Some people want games everywhere, and they want their fucking backdrop or all the retro games. I don't really. I don't know. I think I got a little bit of a hoarder mentality because it's like it hurts. It hurts to sell certain things you've had so long.
dude,
Um,
I just made this new friend. He's about 10 years older than me or whatever, but he is obsessed with CDs. And he's got this giant
now's the time to
wall.
collect them.
Yeah.
He's got like his whole basement is like giant wall to wall CD collection.
I long
And he
for the
actually
day.
he just bought a car recently, and a used car, and he bought it because it was supposed to have a CD player in it. And when he got it, it didn't have the CD player, and he was fucking furious. I was like, dude, really? Like, but he's
think I-
obsessed with CDs, man. I mean, he's an archivist.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of like, you see these walls, like here, all CDs in his basement. Like, it's
Cool.
insane. I'm like, you're must be ahead of the curve.
CD's nuts.
CD's nuts for sure, man. Like, but I mean, he's a hardcore collector. Like, he knows what he's doing or something. He's got
I-
some.
Yeah, I love it. I wish I could do the same thing. And at that point, yeah, I wish I could build all the custom shelving to really help, maximize your space. Like the people have those like customized like CD shelves made up for their walls. I wish I could do the same thing with records.
I think
wish
the
I
point
could
I
do
was trying to
this.
make. Sorry, I think the point I was trying to make is just that it's a compulsion. You can't really help
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah,
Like, you're walking through an aisle and you see something, you're like, that's $20. I'm gonna buy it. And then, but you do that like 1,000, not 1,000, but let's say 100 times a year or something. You have a ton of shit.
I
Yeah.
think,
Only so many things can go in your nerd cave.
I think
Guys,
it's getting
like-
it's getting even harder because I mean they're coming out with so much cooler shit. It seems like the past like 3 years it's been like nonstop. I think.
I basically need a drug addiction. Guys like him and me need to like
Yeah.
drink or have some other hobby. Some because
Hmm.
yeah, I don't know. I want to be sick of it. I pick up CDs if I go to the Goodwill. Why not? 50 cents a piece. But like I said, ever since I lost all my my original CD collection shit, man, I've just been I don't know if disenfranchised is the word or disenchanted. Sorry.
I
I'm
long
just
for
like,
the I long for the day where I give a shit about all the CDs I have because I haven't for a long time.
yeah. I don't know. I don't want to give a shit about anything. I really wish I didn't. I really wish I didn't. But
I don't know. I mean, it's like I'm having fun. You know what I mean? Like, that's the whole point of it.
getting there.
If I stop having fun, then I'll get rid of it all.
I used to have so much fun going out to like the thrifts and the flea markets and the pawn shops. That was all the fun I was having during the big heyday of collecting retro games. I wasn't really playing them. I just loved hunting for them. It was so much fun. But yeah, all that's dead now too. I would get rid of that before anything else. But what are we looking at, Zach?
Fucking, I got this album recently. Fucking, this is one of my albums of the year. Fucking Loma Prieta. Fucking, that's the band name. They're named after the earthquakes that happened in fucking California or something. Fucking their new album Last. Fucking the track Dreamlessness fucking kicks my ass. Listen to that song and feel 1,000 feet tall.
Speaking of like records, speaking of the heat wave, I'm grumpy, dude, because I got that Rust in Peace and it was fucking damaged. They re-released finally one of my favorite albums, Cynic Focus, and I picked that up and it took forever to get here. I had to get it replaced twice because it's come warped because the heat. Right? If it's sitting on a truck for God knows how long, it's been so fucking hot, especially if it's a case where I think, like when something is scheduled to come that day and then it never does and it gets rescheduled for the next day, it's sitting on someone's truck and they didn't end up getting to your house in time. So they take it. So it's like some of the shit sitting in a truck in 120-degree fucking weather for 2 days straight. And then like you should see this thing, dude. It looks like a fucking crash symbol. It's all bent out of shape and now it's sold out. It just gets so it's a frustrating to collect shit. It's really frustrating to collect shit. It's actually a stress. I don't know if I want in my life anymore. But it is what it is.
You know what
Go ahead.
I just thought, like, how did the Crash Test Dummies, the band, get away with calling themselves that when there were Crash Test Dummies that we knew of that were fucking on a television show? Fucking
it obviously wasn't trademarked, the term. They got it. It couldn't have been.
They had to have like heard that band name, realized that they could get away with it, and been like, "Fucking, that's not a very great band name." But fucking, you were cutting out for me, baby. Fucking, you went quiet for a minute. Was
We'll
I
see how
cutting
this
out?
turns out. I couldn't hear you, but for all I know, it was me. Could you guys hear Zach?
Yeah, I could hear Zach. I couldn't hear.
We can
you.
move on. The point I was making was stupid anyway.
Yeah, I don't even want to fucking fret and get pissed off at this fucking setup. I was harping about like every time I get some kind of new tech, it just fucking throws a fucking wrench in everything. All I did was replace my audio interface and everything's going wrong. It's like it's so stupid. But no, I was gonna say something, and then that happens. I don't know. I'll move on though. But releases though. Speaking of too much shit, I did get the Hellraiser. What is it? The Quartet of Torture.
Yeah.
What are they calling it?
Yeah, I think that's what
Yeah,
it
I
is.
got that. I got the Arrow exclusive with the Chatterer.
Did you like
So-
that one over the Pinhead one? Because I think the Pinhead one's pretty fucking cool too.
I already have enough shit with Pinhead on it. I'm getting it for the novelty of it having Chatterer, and I already have the original Arrow Scarlet box, like the original, the good one. That one's going for about $400 online. I mean, technically, if I had less of a sickness, I would just sell that one since I'm getting a 4K set now. But the Scarlet box,
Why aren't you? Just do
Wait,
that.
No, you got to keep the Scarlet because it has the documentary on there. I don't think the new one.
it's
has
got
that.
all the features, man. It's got like the postcards.
The
it's got
documentary that you
just
probably
box.
still haven't watched and probably won't.
I don't
That's
have
how
the
I always
Scarlet
look at it.
box.
The Scarlet box is sweet, man. I have the big Scarlet box, and then I had the very very basic box set where it's got like a similar cover, but they just have the individual discs like slid into a. I got that one from the UK. Then they ended up releasing those here eventually stateside, but then they released them individually except for the third one because the third one's all like it's still tied up in a weird rights thing. Something about the third one that's separate from the first two. And you see, that's why when you see all this like Hellraiser merchant, you go to Walmart at Halloween time and they got a Pinhead shirt. It's always a Hellraiser 3 shirt. Like there's some weird rights thing going on. But they were able to put part 3 in the Scarlet box, but when they put them out separately, they couldn't have it. It's so weird. But I'm just stoked because the new one's gonna have Bloodlines. Because that one never gets any love. That one's
I
also
like
kind of a weird
Bloodlines.
outlier. I like Bloodlines too, and it's got the work print, and there's some cool stuff that a fan would want to check
It's
out.
got
but-
the work
yeah, I
print.
prob-
I'd watch that.
I'm sorry, what?
It's got the work
Yeah.
print, you said? That's key
Yeah,
shit.
that's never been seen. So are we pulling that up? Is that what we're
Yeah,
doing?
I'm pulling
Let's look
that
at it.
up real quick. So the only
So I
thing
got
that you got the Chatter one.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just got it because I've already got the Scarlet box has Pinhead on it. Might as well get something different. Everything's got Pinhead on it.
This sounds nitpicky. I wish he was facing the other way. It bugs me a little bit, but
What
No.
way is Pinhead facing?
the other way.
Is he?
Yeah.
Let me see.
I actually have to agree with Riverman on this one.
I didn't even notice it. Who cares? Go back
the-
to the chatter.
Chatter.
There should be an image where you can see both of them.
Maybe it's kind of subversive though. It's kind of
Once
I
you,
don't know.
I think if once
It
you
wouldn't bum
remove
me
that
out too much.
packaging, if you remove the HDR sticker, once you take the packaging off, maybe that's like confusing your eyes.
It's still awesome.
I just-
It's still cool.
Yeah.
I don't really think why. I
We,
don't
we
see
are
why it
fucking
matters.
nitpicking the shit. It
Hey,
looks
hey,
cool.
yeah.
Isn't that the point of the show, sir?
Mhm.
Is to
Yeah.
nitpick this
Here,
shit.
let me go back because
What the fuck are we even doing here if we're not nitpicking this shit?
But the thing is like, look,
I mean, this-
I think the Pinhead looks fucking sweet. And before I found out about the Chatterer, I was excited to get it. But how many things do we have that are Hellraiser that have basically this similar image on it with his side profile looking down? I've got
I
Hellraiser
think
1,
this
2,
is
and
cut
3.
out though. I think that's pretty sweet how it's like cut out.
Well,
Yeah.
if that's the case, Chatterer's the same. Chatterer's got the same shit. Look at his. But I'm
like
saying
the
I have
Chatterer.
Hellraiser 1. I have Hellraiser 1, 2, and 3. The soundtracks on vinyl. They all have this fucking side profile of Pinhead's head looking down, all dramatic. I've got enough of that. But it's cool to have something with Chatterer on there. Let's look at that. Yeah, he's got the same thing going on, right?
It looks like a liquor from fucking Resident Evil 2.
He does. What does it have with the sleeve? Go to the picture where it shows everything.
Remember in the Faculty, the little things that were in the water, and it shows the close up, and it shows they're like, and it grabs their mouth and pulls, fucking whenever he bites, fucking Jon Stewart's finger. That shit, creepy. That's what it reminds me of too. His mouth being pulled.
Well, I'm excited to get that. So, and that obviously isn't The Exorcist, but that'll sell out too. Those will both sell out if you wait too long.
What about the Psycho? The shitty packaging of that.
That's such an ugly box, though.
Psycho, they're doing a fucking box set.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at that. Oh god.
The
that
shower
image
curtain
is
is weird and
terrible.
off-putting.
Hmm.
I mean,
I
it'd
mean,
be
it's-
cool. I mean, I
It's still
might even
cool.
get
I mean,
it, but yeah.
What if
55 is you're still gonna get it. You're fucking sick. See,
are they? I
Well,
think they're.
I love
no,
the Psycho. I love Psycho 2, 3, 4, man.
I think what they're doing is they're trying to make it look like fucking whenever you slide it in, the packaging makes the shower curtain. I think that's what they're trying to do there.
This is almost a la fucking Friday the 13th Part 3, in a way.
Exactly.
You know?
and
Fucking,
that's only
3D.
a UK release, right? Europe release.
Yeah, but it'll be on all like Diabolic and Orbits and all that.
At this point, you should just put fucking Bates Motel, the original fucking failed TV pilot, and the new series, fucking make it a complete collection.
I don't know. I love all these movies though. They're great. So
I do
I
too.
don't know. Probably end up picking it up eventually.
I really like all of it. It's a unsung high top tier slasher series. Really, it's the king of slashers, which is weird that people forget about it. Don't think of it as a slasher series. People forget the sequels exist
I mean,
because
you can buy it on Walmart, by the way. You can buy
Oh,
it,
really?
you could you can pre-order it there, and it's sold and shipped from Walmart. So
The Psycho box set?
Yep.
Really?
granted, I don't know how it works out with the this is sold from Walmart, so I guess this is retail. It's $95. You saw
have
that
some,
was
like- I was just gonna say I have some cheap box set I bought, but
I've already got I've got the other release. I've got the 4K of Psycho, that
With
other
the
one that was
Hitchcock
put out,
version.
and I've got all the other ones on Blu-ray from Shout. So it's like, I don't know. I'll think about that one.
I don't have any of those. I just have the
Yeah,
original.
well, then maybe for you, it's a good buy. But yeah, is there anything else that's coming out? Those are my things that we didn't talk about.
No, not really. I mean,
I'm
Those were-
excited
those were
for
go ahead.
that fucking that Switch port of the Metal Gear Solid collection. That's got to be the thing
Oh,
that
I'm
makes
gonna
me.
get I'm gonna get it on PlayStation, but
I'm probably gonna get the Switch. Fucking having those games handheld, I can't even imagine that. If I would have thought of that as a kid, I would have came my pants.
I would love to have it handheld too, but I'm also a sucker for it feeds the compulsion. I like the trophy hunt. I like the achievements. So I'm one of those guys where it's like, God, if only the Nintendo had the achievements that would scratch that itch. Because I don't
They'll
do
probably
crack.
they'll
I need
probably add
something.
them in there in the in-game achievements.
That doesn't do
usually
it
do.
for me.
That's fucking
Doesn't do it for
weird.
me.
That's fucking
I got to be
weird.
part of the ecosystem.
That's cringe.
the
That's a little
ecosystem.
cringe.
I got to see that little platinum pop up.
I know. I'm gonna make fun of you if you don't get all the trophies.
I probably won't. They're fucking. If they're anything like the PS3 versions of Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3,
I think I got them
it's
all.
not even worth it. You got
I
all
think I
those?
did.
What about Metal
I
Gear
think I
Solid
did.
5? There's no way.
I don't
I
think
put
so.
70 hours in Metal Gear Solid 5. Now, I wasn't really trying to trophy hunt, but by the end of the game, I think I had like 2% of all the trophies. Like that's just it just takes so much. I I'm not gonna waste my time on shit like that. What's up, James?
What's up, James?
What about stuff you guys have watched lately? I've got a couple things I'd like to talk about.
Yeah, I do too.
So I'll start there. Just two things I'll bring up. I finally watched Starman after just never
Starman.
giving that one the time
Oh
of
yeah,
day.
Starman.
I really
It-
liked it.
It's
that's a
literally
good little
just.
bit, man. That's
It's-
Frank Oz.
It's fucking.
What's
It's
not?
short
It's,
circuit.
Carpenter.
It's short circuit before they made short circuit. Like short circuit literally just ripped it off and just fucking like we're gonna do the
It's
same.
short circuit with a bit of ET and then some Close Encounters.
That was directed
It's
by
kinda
Frank Oz, right?
No,
And
it's
John Carpenter.
Carpenter.
John Carpenter.
Oh, okay. My bad. I don't know what
Yeah,
I'm
with
thinking.
Jeff Bridges, Karen Allen, and Jeff Bridges. Jeff Bridges plays the alien that comes to Earth, and he takes the form of Karen Allen's dead husband, and he makes her drive him across country to get to where he's going to be picked up by a spaceship. I mean, that on the surface, it's a fairly simple plot, but it's one of those things that kind of like goes into like grief and loss and her dead husband. It was a good little movie. I liked it. I got a little verklempt at the end. I thought it was at least a 7 out of 10.
That's one of those movies that's kind of cloaked in sci-fi, but it's a character study. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all about the writing and
other-
stuff.
I slowly but surely, I'm kind of like dipping my toes in. I'm not like
Into good movies.
No, I'm not a weeb or anything. I'm never gonna be like that. But over the last few years, I've been watching anime and just kind of starting from, watching the very basic bit shit that all the real like hardcore anime guys would laugh at you. Like you just now seeing that. So I watched all the Ghibli shit. I watched Ghost in the Shell, and you kind of tick those boxes. I finally watched Wicked City. If you guys are familiar with that, I don't know how deep into that kind of stuff you are, but
That's the third
guess
in
it was
the.
controversial.
That's the third ICP movie after Big Money Rustlers, right?
I'm sure it's great. No, it's Wicked City. It's this controversial anime from the 80s that Mac wouldn't shut up about. Even like Adrian Mendoza was talking about how great it was. I could see how it's controversial, especially for the 80s. I think it's light by today's standards. There's a story there, but it's cloaked in a lot of perversion. It's got a lot of nudity, a lot of sex in it, and a lot of violence. But a lot of that stuff in the 80s did with the anime. So
Cool.
I thought it was solid. And the last thing I watched last night, another movie I slept on for a while. It's been on my list forever, and I actually blind bought it during the whole Criterion sale. I just went ahead and bought it because I had a feeling I was gonna like it, and I was gonna know it was worth owning. And I finally watched The Last Temptation of Christ, Martin Scorsese. I bought the Criterion, dude. Has anybody seen that in this? Group?
Yes.
I
haven't seen
have it
that
to
one.
watch.
Willem
I have it
Dafoe,
to-
right?
It's what a trip.
Yeah.
Thoroughly. You've seen it, Todd?
No, I haven't
Well-
seen that one. I've seen the other
The
one.
Temptation is a different movie.
Yeah.
It's a biopic.
Yeah.
You see The Passion, dude? No,
The
Last
Passion of
Temptation
Christ.
of-
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, this is a different movie for sure. This is based on the book from the 50s. It was super controversial, the book and the movie, because hardcore Christian groups were calling it sacrilegious. It tells the story. It hits all the beats, raising Lazarus from the dead, healing the blind guy, all that stuff. It just kind of like humanizes Jesus a little bit. I think it's asking the question of, well, how can Jesus have been human but divine at the same time? This kind of portrays him as, the Christ and all that stuff, and he's got the same mission, but he's showing his weakness and reluctance. Like, is he good enough? And he's got his temptations, and and they kind of do their own. They don't like alter the Gospels, but they kind of add some stuff in there, like towards the end. It's a trip, man. I really, really, really liked it. And at first, you look at the casting, it's like Harvey Keitel is Judas Iscariot. The fuck? And he is a little bit like, oh Jesus, hey, I'm not gonna betray you, hey. It's really weird. And you have what's it called? Bowie, David Bowie's in the cast.
Hmm.
You got and of course Willem Dafoe as Jesus.
They should
And
have
at
given
first
his
it's like,
he should have given his bad lieutenant performance in that.
where he's
Yeah.
jerking off crying. Yeah. I'm sorry. Well, you would think that okay, this is gonna take me out of it. Looking at Willem Dafoe playing, no, dude, I think Willem Dafoe was electrifying.
He's a good actor, dude. He was in a movie recently I saw. Oh man, somebody help me out here. He's trapped. He's like a burglar or whatever.
Setting. It's like they filmed it in Morocco. It's like, is this gonna get boring? And like a lot of, because I know the story of the Gospels of Jesus Christ. I think everybody knows them to a degree. So I'm like, is this really gonna be entertaining, dude? It is a lot of just Willem Dafoe on screen being Jesus, and it never got boring. Like he's so. I believe this white guy was Jesus, and I believe Harvey Keitel was Judas Iscariot, and I mean, I don't know if I believe David Bowie. David Bowie wasn't on screen long enough for me to like stop saying that's David Bowie. What is he doing there? The guy's sentencing Jesus, but and then
David Bowie takes me out of everything I ever watch him acting in. It's
he's
like,
not in it enough either. He's in it for one scene. And
he's
what's
way.
David Bowie?
I'm sorry, David Bowie's fucking overrated as hell, dude. Like
Well,
I'm so tired of fucking David Bowie worship. Like,
Oh, I'm with you on that, brother. I'm
like
with
I
you
see
on that.
people on Twitter. Oh my god, if you don't like
Yeah.
David Bowie, sus.
I like three of his
fuck
three of his
off. Like,
songs.
you know,
is it
like
for me.
That is
You know
that
what's
is pretty
worse? You know
sus.
what's worse? Look, I'm not a super fan, but I appreciate David Bowie, and I'm not a super fan of this other artist either. But I appreciate some of it. But you know who's worse than David Bowie, especially in the last decade? Prince. Prince
Oh
worship.
yeah.
It's way worse.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Prince was he was a master. Like he was really good like at everything. But I listened to some of it, and I'm like, I don't get that.
I like 10
Some
of
of
his
it's
songs
good.
or something. Yeah.
It's like that's good. Dude, he's just I get it. He was an eclectic and he was super versatile, but I don't quite get that. But anyway, nobody ditches their accents. Harvey Keitel sounds like Harvey Keitel, and then David Bowie's in.
We lose him.
He can't go to his tongue.
Sequences in there that I thought were downright kind of creepy, right? Like because they go through all the stuff like the devil, the serpent tempting Jesus in the desert, right? Just like the way they do the ambiance and their lack of space in the sound, and just the way they did the voice of the devil, just like this. I don't know. It was all pretty creepy, man. And I thought the last 30 minutes, it kind of came out of left field a little bit because up until the point, it's like, okay, they're just telling the story of the Gospels beat by beat by beat, albeit kind of like humanizing Jesus a little bit. And then it takes a sharp left turn in the last 30 minutes. Like, oh, okay, this is maybe what everybody was talking about.
Jesus
And it
fucks
makes
his
it worth
mom.
it.
When
No,
Jesus
he
fucks
gets
his
it on
mom.
though. No, it's a no, he doesn't. It's a good movie. I would recommend.
That's how it
It's
should have
easy 5 out of
ended.
10.
Sounds interesting. I will watch that because.
And I don't
Sounds
see,
good.
and I when I watched it, I don't know if I saw it as sacrilegious necessarily. I don't really understand what the whole hoopla about that was because I was ready for it. I'm like, okay, is this going to be like the Jesus Unchained SNL skit, right? Like the
Yeah.
whole like, is it going to be like that, or is going to pull out? And it's Harvey Keitel and Marty Scorsese. It's like, is it going to be like really like a warped version of his? No, it's like I don't see what was so bad about it. It's like it was pretty much sticking to the script. They just kind of humanized him, and maybe people got offended, like to think that maybe, but Jesus in the Bible, like, him going to the Sabbath and getting pissed off at all the people selling merchandise and trading and shit like that and profiting off the temple. He threw tables, he got upset. So it's like, is that not like a human flaw? I don't know. They just kind of go into more about that. So and they really lean in on the Mary Magdalene stuff, right?
Mhm.
Because some people think that him and her were like
Yeah,
married, or
whatever, yeah,
they,
yeah.
they kind of lean into that a little bit. It's a good movie. Watch it as a movie. I don't think you'd be disappointed. So, but what else? What have you watched, River?
The other night I watched Bill Heinzman's masterpiece, Flesh Eater, which was the Night of the
Oh,
Living Dead
amazing.
ripoff. And I actually
Fucking
really enjoyed it,
amazing.
man. It's
Kino
low budget.
film.
It's gory, man. It'd be a good commentary. I'll tell you that.
You know what's so funny about that movie is the first time I watched it, I was like, I was like, this is so shitty. This is garbage.
Yeah.
But like fucking after a while, it's like it becomes like the movie that became the definitive template of fucking zombie movies for me.
Yes.
Like there's something
Yeah.
fun about like how shitty it is.
It's a very fun movie with good special effects, and it's shitty. The acting's terrible, but yeah. See Bill in there. He's like pretty much groping all the women. Like basically, he's directing it so he can see all the women, without shirts on. It seemed like,
He-
but
It's
A
kind of
Wynorski move, huh?
yeah,
he's kind of genius because he knew like fucking he was the original zombie in the fucking George Romero's movie. So now it's
Mhm.
like fucking there's no patent on it, so I can make a sequel if I want to, and they can't do shit about it. Fucking I'm just gonna I'm gonna do the sequel where it's the same zombie, and it's like fucking like yeah like I don't
same
know.
same thing. He's staring at the camera some of the times. He's looking directly at the camera, like giving his weird zombie faces and shit. And,
He had no. You could see what like it clearly wasn't him that had the talent. That fucking
Yeah.
anything that had to do with the original.
And
But, like-
directing wise, his directing was shitty, but that's what's fun about it as well. So it's on Tubi for free. So I'd highly recommend watching it if you're looking for like a really low budget zombie film with decent special effects. It's fun, man. It's a lot of fun.
It's not
So-
as good as my favorite shitty zombie movie though, Burial
Children of the
Ground.
Dead. Oh no, not as good as Burial Ground, but
Burial Ground.
it's
they have-
definitely one of the better zombie movies, I think.
They have a dwarf playing a kid.
Yeah, oh,
They have
yeah.
a grown man playing a child, and it's just so that the ending effect worked because of what had to happen at the end of the movie.
I need
Where-
to rewatch that. I haven't seen that in years.
I want to explain and completely destroy the movie, but it's fucking I don't know. It's a big spoiler, but it's so amazing. It's the butt of the joke, but I can't tell it.
Definitely classic, man.
Mhm.
Other one I watched. This one is very good. This is the first time I got to watch it, and I picked this up on a Kino sale months back, and I finally watched it. Was the Marathon Man. So if you haven't seen this is a really fucking good movie. Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah, it's been on my list forever.
It's really entertaining. It's a great movie. You have really great acting in it, and the twist in it's pretty cool, man. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was cool, so I'd recommend watching that if you haven't seen that.
What about you, JJ? What you been watching lately?
Me and the lady been watching, and just like that, on Max, which is like the sequel to
Oh,
Sex and the City,
Mm.
Sex and the
Okay.
City.
and it's
Oh.
super fucking cringe, which is why we watch it.
Okay.
It's super cringy. It's terrible, like made for modern audiences. It's really bad. I won't spend too much time on that because it's annoying, but we've been watching that. We look forward to it.
Yeah, I gotta watch the Kardashians with the lady, man. I get it.
Yeah, it's just like we're not into reality TV. It's not our thing, but we both know the Sex and the City series and all that. And when this came out, we're like, we got to check this out, you know? And it was so bad, like right off the bat. So we actually look forward to it being terrible because it's like, you know, she gets a glass of wine, I get my beer, we get, you know, have a nice dinner, and then we watch it, and it's fun just to fucking chuckle at it, you know? I watched Paths to Glory, Kirk Douglas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Fucking phenomenal movie.
Really? Okay.
Classic Kirk Douglas. I got
Kubrick.
a yes, that's right. Kubrick movie. It's
Paths of Glory. I was thinking like it was. I was
Thanks,
thinking
man,
yeah. I love
Paths
that
of
movie.
Glory. It's basically
Just rolls
about
off
the
tongue. The way Josh said it rolls off the tongue better.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
that's probably why I don't know, whatever.
Mhm.
Anyway,
It throws.
it's
off,
a, it's Kubrick, early Kubrick movie. I recently got a subscription to Criterion
Oh.
to look at some older classic movies because I'm fucking tired of everything. And so I actually had seen this movie once before, like 10 years ago, and I kind of forgot about it, but I wanted to watch it again. Really fucking good. It talks about the sort of minutia of like the terrors of like the whole work culture and all that. I'm not making a political statement here at all. I'm just saying it was a really good movie. well acted. It's not a big bombastic war movie at all. It's all about It's all about characters and
Mhm.
motivations and things like that. So that was really really good. I watched Niagara, which was a Marilyn Monroe movie.
Okay.
I really enjoyed that too. It was pretty good. And I'm trying to think what else modern I've seen. Oh,
The
Burnt Offerings. I
Oh
think it's
yeah, how was that?
1973.
I've been wanting to see
Really,
that.
really good. I liked it a
Yeah.
lot. It's an atmospheric movie, you know. Not a
Yeah.
lot,
It's a
not a
ghost
lot of,
story, isn't it?
not a lot of crazy action, but it's
that's a
more. It's a creepy movie. You know what I
that's a
mean?
nice way of saying it's boring.
I like how he said something more modern. He jumped up 10 years from
It's
the movie.
probably like, it's probably like an acquired taste. I don't know, like,
76. That's kind of like the Changeling type of movie. Yeah, it's
yeah,
on Tubi.
yes, that's right. It's more of atmospheric than it is, you know.
I
Other
guess
than that, what else have I seen? Um, I watched Kill Her Goats, which is like
Oh, the one with Naomi Rapace or Rapace or
it,
whatever her name is.
it's just a cheap slasher. It's just a, TNA movie, and it's not
Oh,
really
it's not
good.
the one I'm thinking of. Yeah.
It drags for over 2/3 of the movie, and it's got Kane Hodder in it, who plays the killer in a
Hodder.
goat mask. It's
I
just
was confusing it with Lamb. That's a different movie.
yeah. It's no nobody worth.
That's
It's only person worth mentioning is Kane Hodder. All the acting is subpar. It's a paint by numbers, and it doesn't even really give you. It gives you a really great opening sequence of like slasher stuff, and then it's really long, kind of boring. How do we make our runtime bullshit? And then the last third of it is like, they deliver the goods, I guess. But I wouldn't recommend it. Not really that good. Not memorable at all. But unless you like TNA movies, if you want to get into TNA movies, a lot of cute girls, a lot of boobies, a lot of butts, kind of thing. But and that's about it, man. Yeah.
Yeah, James Long. I didn't see Barbie, dude. I'm tired of all this. They're so lucky. The marketing became a meme to where they hooked in all these middle aged men. Like everybody going to see Barbie. It just got hooked in by meme culture. I mean, like I
Yeah.
don't know.
They tapped into the marketing really good. Like
And they
the whole Barbie thing.
they leaned into what was happening and they ran with it. It's good for them. But dude, I get it. It's people were talking about, oh look, it's so good to see, not big budget, non IP movies doing well. I'm like, well, Barbie's a huge IP. Don't kid yourself. But it's not Marvel. It's not Star Wars. So it's a we're a step in the right direction. But still, Hollywood's not going to learn because you saw they already announced, literally, legit, a fucking Mattel extended universe. Like literally, just last week they announced Polly Pocket movie
Oh my
with
God.
Lily Collins, directed by Lena Dunham.
Yeah, they're gonna oh God, no.
Yeah,
Hell no.
Hollywood did learn.
That's
They were-
that's a big thumbs down. It's a Mattel feminist wave. I think is what they're trying to do.
but no, I think they're also doing like I think they're doing like a Hot Wheels movie. They're gonna milk it. They're probably gonna have fucking
Hollywood-
90 and shit before they're done.
Hollywood did learn. This is exactly what they do. Fucking something comes out, makes money, they fucking immediately greenlight more of it.
I'll just say this. Like an Indiana Jones movie came out recently, and I could give a fuck. I am not going to see that movie. I'll wait till if it drops on Disney Plus. I'll give it 30 minutes to see if it catches my interest. The point is I know it's fucking terrible. I don't want to watch it. I really don't. And then also the Barbie movie, I'm actually interested in watching that just from the controversy. It piqued my interest. The whole Indiana Jones thing is just over for me. The Kathleen Kennedy Empire, everything's so terrible that she touches. She is cancer. You know how, like they say, everything he or she touches turns to gold. Everything he or she touches, she being Kathleen Kennedy, turns to fucking dog shit. So I'm just saying no to that completely.
It's a good thing, man. It's been a whole summer, if not before, of bombs not bombs like you think, but dude, when these movies cost 300, Indiana Jones cost $300 million before marketing costs. That thing probably
That's
cost
crazy.
$400 million. And so because they just got so used to everybody eating all this shit up, and every movie guaranteed to at least do $1 billion. So they're pumping all this money, and so everything has been negative returns, man. You had the last couple Marvel movies between Ant-Man and Wasp underperformed. You had Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which was more below, it underperformed. The Flash, dude, Michael Keaton and all that fucking retro hype could not save it. It fucking tanked. And then Harrison Ford, obviously, and then you had, what was the other? Little Mermaid underperformed. Like, they're still number one at the box office and all that shit, but they're fucking done. They're not making their money back. I think I read that Disney.
They're still number one at the box office. That's all they care about. That's all they give a fuck about.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's when
They're not
a
turning a
movie
profit, man.
when a movie opens up at number one, it's just like a number one album. The charts and that shit don't mean anything anymore.
There's nothing else
Yeah.
out.
Look, maybe The Flash opened up at number one. It did, with like 50 million. But when your movie costs 300 million, and usually you're going to see like a 40 to 50% drop in the next week alone, that's not good at all, because there's no competition. The only they're going up against other big blockbusters. And then you mix that with the fact that you have a dark horse like Sound of Freedom coming out here, an $8 million movie, making all this fucking bank. Because it's like,
But that's bullshit,
Sound of
though.
Freedom. Why? It's a lesson in economics. Like, don't
What?
fucking spend.
Doesn't the
$300
movie
million.
literally start out with a thing telling you to scan the QR code and it'll automatically buy tickets for people to watch the movie? And nobody's showing up to watch the movie?
I don't know what you're talking about. All I know is now
You
there
haven't
might be
heard
something
that?
to that because- there might be something to. Isn't it funny because you're shitting on everything because of conspiracy theorists, but you're just feeding into another conspiracy theorist thing. But anyway, there might
That's
be
not a
something to
conspiracy.
it because
The movie starts
Look,
out with a QR code.
there might be something to it because it's getting played on limited screens, but they're sold out. Like, it's hard to really get in, but they're playing on so little screens. It's kind of hard to believe that it's done as much money it has. So I don't care if people are supporting it and giving it money without seeing it. It's playing in one screen in Surprise. And we've got like four. It's silly, but regardless, it's still a good thing. The fact that cost $8 million, and I think a few days ago it crossed 100 million domestic.
It's 136 million as of now. That's
Okay,
crazy.
we're talking about 13, 14 times just in North America, because it's not overseas, dude. That's a lot better than losing, because Disney lost $1 billion is what I read between their few movies that have just tanked. They've lost $1 billion. So hopefully
the only movie that's come out that I've been really interested, that would actually draw me to the theater, pay $50 for 2 tickets and some popcorn, for me and my lady, is Oppenheimer. Like,
I still want to see that. Yeah.
because it seems like a legit, like, fucking Nolan movie. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm interested in the subject matter. It's like, I don't want to see fucking geriatric Indiana. I'm just not interested in that.
This
I
isn't
would
this
watch
isn't
that.
necessarily knocking. This isn't a dig, but I would say Christopher Nolan is he's the fucking David Bowie of film. Like, if you want to talk about people that I kind of like.
I would
hate
say
him now.
I would say more like fucking David Lynch is a Bowie of film, but
I'm with you on
Well,
that.
I like David Lynch a
Josh.
lot more. I like David Lynch a lot, but I pick your comparison. I think he's like the Tool and the director of directors, right? It's like, well, I might like the movies, I might like the music of Tool, but God, their fans are insufferable, and they really make you want to hate them and kind of make you ashamed. And I don't.
The Nolan
I
movies are
like-
way more rewatchable than Lynch movies, I think. Like, Lynch movie.
Nolan's
had
a
me in the mood.
very kind of logical sort of, and I get it. I mean, sometimes there's a different types of filmmaking, right? So there's, Nolan's more of in a logical sort of straight-laced world, and then there you've got your Lynch, who is more of, I want to expand, sort of like I want to have an experience from somebody's creative perspective.
I
And
get-
I get
I
that.
get, I get. It's not digestible, but
You guys
I
ready for a
don't-
hot take?
what, you don't like either?
fucking I'm only judging this by like the Batman movies, but fucking I think Nolan's kind of sucks. I think he's kind of shitty. I think he's kind of a shitty filmmaker.
Yeah, Nolan.
Really?
So
I
You guys
do.
are crazy.
you have
man.
I think it's kinda shitty.
Memento is solid, but it's clearly like a first outing, like a big. So I kind of give him a pass though. But it's all right. But people jerk that one off. But it's good. It's
I don't
fine.
think he's a,
And then,
like I don't want to say he's like a shitty like fucking. He's doing better than I would probably. Like,
but you're right. I like the Batman movies. I don't really care to see him ever again because they're just got
they're
so
so
beat
fucking
down.
boring.
Dunkirk's
they're-
great, Interstellar's great, Inception's great. I mean, all these movies are good,
I didn't
man.
watch Dunkirk. I actually have Interstellar, and because I bought it, it's one of those ones you can buy on the cheap at the.
Aaron, for some reason your mic keeps cutting out, man.
On half the time. I didn't
Don't
care
worry about it.
for Inception.
You're great.
I-
That's a great movie.
I've always wanted to go back and watch it again. I felt Inception was just maybe I'm a Luddite. It's not that I don't understand what's going on. I mean, he ripped the whole fucking plot off another movie. I know what's going on, but it's just maybe it was the mindset I was in. It just makes my brain work too hard while I'm watching it because you have to really focus. You have to really keep up with it to really stay one head. And I think I was just in the mode. I think I just got done moving furniture with fucking our buddy Travis, and I just wanted to lay in bed and watch a movie. Man, that was not it for me that night because
This is what's so
I didn't
good.
want to work that hard.
Prestige is
Fucking-
awesome too.
Prestige
I
is
love
good.
that
I
movie.
like Prestige, and that's got David Bowie, right?
Yeah. hmm
But I like Prestige. But yeah, I don't know if these movies are groundbreaking though. I don't know if they're, I do like Prestige. I like
They're good. They're groundbreaking for the 2000s. Like, there's no
and I'm
other
not
director
knocking
out there.
and I wasn't knocking Inception. I think it's actually fascinating that, these Japanese foreign movies are getting so much light because, ever since I got introduced to Satoshi Kon and Perfect Blue and we talked about Darren Aronofsky, he bought the rights to Perfect Blue so he could easily just without question rip off the shots, and he ripped off essentially the story for Black Swan. He just put a different skin on it in the world of ballet. That stuff doesn't bother me. I mean, everything's a derivative of something else, but he bought the rights just to really clear himself. But Inception, it's just Satoshi Kon's Paprika, and it's like when you watch it, you're like, holy shit. It's not nearly as genius as he thought it was because he ripped the fucking idea off.
I'm really interested in the whole category of Oppenheimer, meaning like, creating the A bomb and all that
That's cool.
shit.
Yeah.
And
no,
then
that's
like,
cool.
I think pairing it up with Nolan just seems like a perfect pair. Actually, somebody said that was like a terrible movie. I was like,
I have heard
The
a lot
gay
of good things.
bomb. The gay bomb, am I right?
No, I want to see it too. That might be a
Okay.
sit-at-home movie for me to watch. That might.
but I'm
be
like,
a-
I would love to see that on the big screen because, I don't know. It seems like
Yeah,
it could be a
films-
good experience,
Killian
and he
Murphy's
films-
great.
He films
great
on
actor.
IMAX. He films on IMAX, and
Yeah.
yeah, I would like to see it too. It's just getting someone to go with me, And when I say, someone,
Oh,
like-
I'll go with you, Aaron. Hugs.
No, I mean, like, dude, I can't go see. It's so hard to as soon as and I'm the same way, but like as soon as I'm like, hey, this movie's this long, yeah, I'm not gonna see that.
Yeah, I'm with you. 3 hours is, man, I don't have to. do
I
that.
heard-
I could fucking hunker as long as I'm like almost like in an empty theater, like it's sitting by myself. I could sit. In
No,
a
I'm talking
seat.
about the lady because it's one thing it's got to pass through my filter because sometimes I don't want to do that, but she's another one. And then dude, I was like, hey, you want to watch The Last Temptation of Christ? It's 2 hours and 45 minutes of Jesus. And
No, that's just
she had
gay.
she had no interest, and she just went to bed after 15 minutes. And I know it's not everybody's kind of movie, right? Those aren't. But hey, I gotta make a comment on Lynch really quick. I get what you're saying about Lynch. He's kind of like an art student's wet dream, but that's kind of all of A24 right now. By the way, it's every art kid's jerk off session. All of that shit. But I don't know, man. There's such I think there is rewatch value on some of that weird ass shit because I watch a movie like Lost Highway. I really do want to watch it again because you never get Lynch shit the first time completely. You have to kind of watch it a few more times to kind of catch new shit every time because it's so heady. And Lost Highway, I mean, over time, I think that's I could see that's becoming one of my favorite movies. And I could see most people hating that shit.
I'm with Josh on this because I mean I do like Lynch, but I think he's overrated as fuck too. Like I love Blue Velvet. That's probably my favorite Lynch movie.
I don't
No,
think
I said
I don't,
I don't. I
I don't
said
think Blue
David
Velvet's
Bowie was
that-
overrated.
yeah.
I said he was, and David Lynch is kind of like Bowie in that regard. But I
Like, I
like
wasn't into
Lynch.
Twin
I,
Peaks.
I like
wasn't
I
into
like
that.
Lynch more as an artist than I do like David Bowie.
I think
Lynch is more. What's
is a total. Lynch is a total rock star. I think it's great that he has made a career that he has, basically being so avant garde. Because I know he's got a fancy house out in the hills somewhere. You know, his movie, he's doing well for himself, but he's like one of these guys that probably shouldn't have made a living as comfortable as he has making this fucking shit. He's a total rock star, man. I think he does things his own way, and you know he's got a following for it.
Well,
He's,
let's just say, as a we can all admit here that the visionary directors of our days are kind of going bye. Like
yeah, those
the
people are
Tarantinos, the
playing-
Lynches, the fucking Scorsese's, of the world are fucking. I mean,
Look,
where's the noobs out there that fucking have a
they're
vision?
grandfathered in. If anybody's going to get some theater space from the big fucking tentpole franchises, it's going to be a Tarantino. But even like Scorsese, Irishman was a Netflix movie. His new one with Leo is an Amazon movie or it's an Apple movie, Apple Plus. They're going to get like limited release, but still they're going to streamers. So yeah, once the old guard dies off, yeah, it's either gonna change for the
I'm
worse.
just saying,
or we're gonna have to get some new
where's the diversity in thought? Like the vision. Where the visionary? Where's the Kubrick's? Where's
Fucking
the?
Ari
Where are those
Aster.
people?
There,
You got that Ari
Listen,
Aster.
yeah,
we got
you
that
have Ari
fucking.
Aster.
You got that
Here's the
fucking.
problem.
Who's the guy that did the witch in the lighthouse?
Eggers, Roger
Eggers, you have Ty West.
They
you
all have fucking plural names.
But
Yeah.
here's the thing, though. I think Ari Aster's great. I love Hereditary. I didn't like Midsummer as much as you guys do or Zach, but the problem is we're talking the old guard guys. I think we're kind of at an end of an era where you can watch a Scorsese movie and know it's a Scorsese movie. You can watch a Lynch movie without knowing, and you're gonna know it's got their imprint all over it. And yeah, maybe Ari's like that too. But the problem is, it's A24. I think somebody shit on me when I said this before. Maybe even Zach. A24 has become a brand now. It's become a brand, and they just want to pump out all these Ari movies it's the lines blurring. Like there's a lot of people just copying the same style to where it's not Hereditary anymore. It's not an Ari Aster movie. It's becoming an A24 stink, and it's getting oversaturated, and it's kind of getting shit to me.
I really don't agree with
This
that.
is just
I
the
could tell.
Metallica Black
I could tell an
Album
Ari
horse
Aster
shit.
film. I could tell a Ty West film. I could tell a Brandon Cronenberg film from any of these other A24 films. I mean, I don't see that. I can see that with some A24 shit, but the good directors you can obviously tell. Who
I don't know.
who's
Well, you're
who.
naming a couple of the outliers, but I'm just saying it's a big sea of bullshit. You can't tell me there's not a whole bunch of Hereditary pretenders.
Oh, I'm not
There's a
saying there's
There's-
not. I'm just saying you could tell a director. I mean, a lot of these movies that are coming out now. I mean, the A24 stuff. I mean, there's some solid stuff, but I mean, the Ari Aster. I mean, you're gonna go out and actually watch his shit. I mean, I still haven't seen Beau is Afraid, but I want to see it just for him. I mean,
Beau is Afraid is I did watch that too. I forgot to mention that. That was like harsh, dude.
was that
That was
pretty
that
good or
was
no?
a that was an experience. It's a real bummer, but it's a real film. There's some really good acting in there. There's some great set pieces. It's really well directed. It's a real downer. I would highly recommend Beau is Afraid.
That's good.
It's really good.
I love downers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I
It's
watched
really
it.
good. It's
Actually,
a think piece. It's gonna like when I watched it, I thought about it for like 2 weeks after. I was just like, what the fuck was, it had my mind turning, which is I think the essence of a good movie, really,
And like I said, I like Ari Aster. I'm just saying that's a Lynchian thing too.
Mhm.
Like you want those movies. I wish Lynch was making more shit. I don't want to see him interview a monkey for 5 minutes and whatever the fuck that little short film was. But no, give me more shit. Like the fact that Lost Highway ever played in a theater, or even Mulholland Drive. His Hollywood trilogy, his LA trilogy, or whatever they call it. Those are so
Yeah. Mulholland Drive, I never liked that movie, and it's so revered. I'm like, I don't fucking get it. Of course, that was a long
It's
time ago. I need to probably rewatch it, but
that's one of those ones where I watched Mulholland Drive twice in a row.
yeah,
Well, I watched it twice in a row. I watched the first time and I'm like, what? And then the second time you pick up like, okay, okay. And then after I watch it a second time, then I'll usually like go to the forums and see what everybody else thinks. And then it's like, okay, it's like having a conversation with people. You have to watch them more than once. But I think Lost Highway people regard that pretty low. They disregard that.
That movie is
That was
highly
insane.
regarded.
I love it, dude. It's just such a bizarre. I love Robert Blake. I like just the wacky ass storytelling. It's got fucking Henry Rollins in it. um, yeah, it's a wacky movie. But Zach, we never even asked you. Did we ask you what you watched? And but then we'll get into name that Kino. We'll probably just lump all the segments at the end.
Fucking. I've watched a couple things, but I could wait till we do the cinema enema because I know we're doing that. Fucking.
Because I got to watch Cayman Sea, which by the way, I don't even know if it's good or not because you obviously usually if you want to watch it for cinema enema, it's something you like. I went ahead and bought that too with Criterion, so it's actually coming in the mail. But it might be delayed, so I might still have to watch it online, which fucking pisses me off because it got pushed out. And I bought it for that reason. Because I don't want to watch a movie like that, like on a file on my computer. I don't know. I really don't. But I'll watch it. I'm still gonna watch it, and yeah, I'll probably do that Sunday. But oh, I picked up the movie Ran. It's a Kurosawa movie. It's one of his. It might be his last one that he did in the late '80s. I think maybe it's the second to last one. Um, and I'd never seen it, so I'm excited. I went to Best Buy and they had a bitchin' ass steel book with the lenticular going over it. I'm like, oh, so it was one of those blind buys too. I bought a few weeks ago, so I can't wait to watch that.
Kano.
All right, so let's go ahead. Kano, Mortal Kombat. No, Kino. Let's go ahead and do name that Kino. I'm up to bat. Zach has one too, right? I'll do mine first, and we'll top it off. Do you have one
Mhm.
movie, or how many flicks you got? One.
I got two.
All
Okay,
right.
so let me
Two.
do. We'll just kind of like throw all this stuff on at the end. So let me. I don't. I was trying to like play to the masses, so I don't know how hard these are because we got 4 people in the chat here. Um, I think I went a little easy to be honest with you, but we'll see. All right, everybody can play. Oh shit! Why am I showing? Hold on. Why is it showing this? Oh, I have to zoom in on it. Yeah, Windows 11 has fucked everything up. Now it's like showing thumbnails. Okay, here we go.
This is hard.
Yeah,
what
so
she
we,
said.
we yeah, we go from hard and progressively to easier, and usually by the last one, it's just a giveaway. I actually have, I think, for a couple of them, more than 3 slides. So, but if you don't get it in the first 2, I don't think you get any bragging rights. But go ahead, Dana. But I could probably give some more hints. But go ahead. What is this? Anybody? Start
Fucking
talking amongst yourself,
This
picking it apart.
this is clearly a shot from one of the scenes that fucking Alanis Morissette is hanging out in Dogma. She plays God, and this is clearly a heavenly door we're seeing. This is a angel coming up to knock on her heavenly door to ask a question.
I appreciate the way you're trying to, break it down, but that's not it. But that's good.
I don't like this one because when I think of door knockers, I think of Dumb and Dumber. So
Oh.
this is not Dumb and Dumber.
Or it could be some goofy
So-
gladiator shit with that thing swirling around the doorknock. Like that's
Okay.
something Joaquin Phoenix would be
didn't
wearing.
have
on his
That's
head.
definitely
It-
a fucking.
watches.
That's definitely a '70s door knocker. There, that's a '70s door. That's a '70s sleeve.
That's
I'm
not
gonna
a 70s
say
watch. No, that's not a 70s.
I'm thinking this is Charlie in the what is it called? What do you call it?
Charlie.
Charlie
Chaplin.
Chocolate Factory.
Charlie
the Chocolate
Chocolate
Factory?
Factory. Yeah, that's what I'm
No,
thinking.
I like your deducing. It's not. Hey, really quick. Also, it should
And
go
that's a
without saying,
chocolate
you guys-
door.
Yeah, you guys
It
can't look at
is.
the comments because people can guess in the comments. What's
I'm
up,
not
Robert
looking.
Vaughn? Just don't look at it. But if you guys aren't looking, you guys can guess in the comments, and I'll only look at it. So, nope. Any Riverman? Do you have a guess? You haven't guessed yet.
Uh, The Conjuring, Insidious.
No. You guys.
Maybe
okay,
it's
well,
it's a Tarantino film. Is it a Tarantino
Once
movie?
Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Once Upon a
that's a
Time in
good
Hollywood.
guess. I could see where you're getting because that looks like
Jackie
Leo's
Brown.
jacket. Doesn't that look like Leo's jacket?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not. That's a good one. Everybody knows Leo had a Casio watch in Once Upon a Time, or whatever the fuck he's wearing. I don't know. No, so we're gonna go ahead. It's really hard to get him on the first one. Okay, name that Kino round 2. Oh shit! No! I hate Windows 11. Like that's all new. It's got these thumbnails now. It's so fucking dumb.
Fucking, it's
So I
the
might
it's
have
the
to say-
mom. It's the mom from Dennis the or the grandma from Dennis the Menace, Mr. Wilson's wife. It
It's
looks like
a
she's trying to
dinosaur
be-
B. Arthur, and
It does look like V. Arthur. So break it down, Riverman. See, I assume everybody's seen this. I know you've seen it.
Fucking
I
she-
know you've seen it.
You know, I've seen it.
No, Todd. I know.
I'm not
assuming-
gonna say it. I want you guys to.
No.
Guess
No.
first.
I think I just realized what it is.
What
I
is
just
it?
realized is it that Rock and Roll
What?
High School Forever or whatever?
No.
I like the way you're thinking. You see a chalkboard. You're really doing it. It's not, but that's good. Todd, no, you have to guess because I know you've seen it. I'm assuming they have too, but I know for a fact you have. And this
I don't
one was-
recognize it.
Are
You,
you
you
gonna
really
guess
want
'cause
you really want me to give it away now?
you know
Give
it
it away,
100%?
give it away, give it away
I know
now.
100%. Yeah.
You
Go
know it
for it.
100%.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely. But hey, I got a question. Before I say that, did you see the thumbnails down here and it cheated?
No.
Did you
no, I didn't
cheat?
see it. No, I
I
didn't
saw
see it when it
Fabio.
popped up.
I saw Fabio.
Hey, shut up, Zach. Shut up, Zach. Yeah, I don't really like this Windows 11 thing. I'm gonna have to figure out a workaround. But what is it, Todd?
Last Action Hero.
Yeah, I think you saw it. I think you cheated.
I didn't
Oh.
see it. I didn't. See
I think
it.
you saw it because the next one, it literally, yeah, you could literally see. I don't know. Yeah, Last Action Hero. I got to figure out how to fix this because it's just giving away the answers here.
of course,
Um,
it's a Schwarzenegger.
I just pressed left and right on the keyboard.
But watch if I do that. What do you mean left and right?
The
Where
arrow
left and right?
direction.
Oh, like the arrows.
Not on those. You zoomed in though, so it's gonna.
Are you talking about the keyboard or on here? Because
On the
like I
keyboard.
said, I was using. I don't even know because it's just going to show the fucking thing. Yeah, I don't
Zoom
know what to
out
do. I'm just gonna-
because you zoomed in a little.
It's going to
bit.
show the thumbnails. It's going to show the thumbnails of everything. That's how you saw Fabio.
I
It's a
don't think
Windows
so.
11 thing. It's fucking stupid. I'm just
I
going
think
to do it
zooming
real
out
fast.
will be fine.
Dude, no, it's not. It's going to show. Look, you want to see it? Thumbnails. When I zoom out, thumbnails.
I'm pretty sure I recognize that movie.
No, it's
it's-
definitely.
it's-
yeah.
It's yeah, it's the same one. So I got to figure this shit out because I'm not doing that. It's going to give it
and you're
away.
making
I
fun
really
of
hate
me
when-
for having issues with it because I have Windows 11, so you know.
Yeah,
my
well, I
pain now.
apologize. I apologize if that's the case. How did you fix
Fucking,
it?
I will do.
I went
Name
full
that
screen
Kino.
with it. I had to
Oh,
go
I
full,
thought you-
full screen with it, and then I had to go arrow directional, and they didn't show it.
God, that is terrible, man. I
Yeah.
really don't like Windows 11. I got to say, it's pretty fucked up. Yeah, go ahead and do yours, Zach. Let me get rid of this.
For some reason, it always fucking takes a second.
Cabin
click it.
Boy, I like that. Yes, that's a
Cabin
good one,
Boy.
James Long.
Cabin boy, you want it with your wife and mine. Cabin boy.
What's up,
I
Robert? How's it
love
going?
That's a great song. Right, Elton.
Island girl.
Fucking amazing song.
Oh, are you sharing your screen, Zach?
Fucking, I'm
No.
working on it. It should be
Okay.
soon.
Let me see. I got to figure out how to. Yeah, that is dog shit. They got to let me remove that, man. Okay, so you just go full screen in there and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to do that on mine. That is an inconvenience, man. I do not approve of that.
God, and I've been made fun of the past 6 months for that.
6 months. We haven't been doing Name That Kino for 6 months.
Yeah, we have.
I just don't. I beg to differ.
We've been doing this podcast for a year. I'm sure we've been doing Name That Kino.
We haven't, but okay. Anyway,
I've done it. I've done at least 3 times, 3 or 4.
that totally sounds like 6 months. We do the show once a week, Todd. So that would be like, are you drunk?
6
You've done
months
it
is
30
basically
times?
a year. 6 months is basically a year.
It's basically 6 months.
No, it's not. So if Zach needs a second, I'll go ahead and do it again. I'm just gonna go full screen, all right? Zach cheating over here. Okay, so I'm gonna go full screen. Oh, was I sharing? Yeah, here we go.
No.
All right, turn that off. We're gonna go. Why can't you see it? Oh, LD Lovecraft. Oh, it's yours, Zach. But nothing's coming up.
It added me.
That's you. You're like spinning. You don't see the wheel of death there?
Jeez.
I love the flow of this episode.
Video rot. Video rot.
Nothing there. Okay, so I'm gonna do mine because I don't know what's wrong with
A
that.
lot of rot,
It
no
showed it on
video.
mine.
Though.
That's right. That's right.
Is it showing on your guys? Can you guys see it?
No, it's spinning wheel.
Yeah, it's spinning wheel. So I'll maybe like stop sharing, Zach, and then we'll try it again in a second. Stop sharing it. Present. All right, let me do this one. We'll try him again. Okay, so I'm gonna go full screen. Zach, I think Zach had it because I think Zach was excited. All right. Oh shit.
That's full window, buddy.
Oh, what?
You just gotta maximize
This
it.
is so cringe, guys. This is so cringe.
Oh god, this is falling apart, guys. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Windows 11. I guess I'm with Todd. I was giving him such a hard time about this the other day because it's stupid. Like, why do they make this? Don't they know that there's gonna be people wanting to play Name That Kino with their software? Don't they? Isn't that what they built it on? Try
Lame
yours one more time.
motherfuckers.
Okay, here
There
we
we
go.
go.
Zach's
There we go.
is working. Great. So we're looking at a snake. We were talking about Indiana Jones.
Indiana
Is
Jones.
it Cabin
yep.
Boy?
Temple of Doom.
Fucking it is not.
Yeah,
dude.
Temple of Doom. No, is it Lord
Raiders of the Lost
Illusions?
Ark.
Oh,
Exactly.
what's going on? This is
That was
It's actually so funny because fucking fucking we talked about. I shouldn't even bring that up. Shouldn't even
Rambo
talk about it.
4.
Shouldn't even-
Rambo 4.
No,
Yeah,
we
just
said we
keep-
talked about it.
Keep guessing. Just keep. It's a snack. It's a snack. Don't think about what I said. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Pay no attention. It's a
Oh,
snack.
this is Last Temptation of Christ. That is. That's the Last
It
Temptation of
is.
Christ. That's the two-headed snake. See, you just looked up pictures. You never seen the movie? Yeah. Yeah. Keep going.
That was
through it.
that was the one that gave it away.
Yeah, that really gets it away. Yeah, that's the two-headed snake. I had to like pay attention once I saw the two heads. Great movie, man.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead and do your other one. I don't care.
Looks like you can see his like he's got no underwear on. Fucking like they cut his cock off while he was hanging upside down.
Everybody in the reviews was calling him sexy Jesus. I'm like, I never knew Willem Dafoe was sexy in anything. But hey, how are you not showing your thumbnails? Don't you have Windows 11, Zach? Or no?
I'm just pressing the fucking right on the fucking arrow keys.
I mean, I did the same thing. And it wasn't doing anything. Okay, Tropic of Cancer.
Cancer.
I don't
I
know.
know I've seen this.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to think.
Okay.
Well, you're thinking Seinfeld, Tropic of Cancer, like when they checked out the book,
It could
right?
be
Wasn't
that.
that George?
Yeah, it could be that.
Are you doing a Name That Kino Seinfeld TV edition?
I'm not.
Okay.
Fucking how many movies could there be in existence that show this
Why
exact
did we lose Josh?
fucking?
I brought him back.
He might have fucking.
Yeah, I don't know.
might have dropped it.
I'm gonna need another
Is
hit.
Brendan Fraser in this movie?
Fucking
Blast from
no.
the Past.
No, baby.
School ties. No.
You gonna need another hint?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Indiana
Action Jan-
Jones.
Looks like a nice
Um,
dick. It's a nice
It's Indiana
dick.
Temple of Doom.
Fucking
It's a
It is
girl that's
Naga.
tied up. Girl's tied up with some rope, bondage, action.
we gotta think about like the what is the fucking the material she's wearing. Fucking where to pinpoint when this movie could have been made with the fibers on that rope. Fucking, I didn't think these pictures were very well. Fucking, there's not a lot to grab onto in the scenery, and try to do that with like in the other ones. She's wearing the same
Well-
dress as Angela was though in fucking Night of the Living Demons.
Oh,
Night of the
oh,
Demons.
I know what this is.
What is it?
This is Back to the Future Part 3.
It is not, baby.
Oh. Oh, is this hold on. Is this a Lynch movie?
It is not.
Okay, it's not.
Is this a horror movie?
I'll give a hint because this is technically the second one. Fucking this is another movie directed by the same guy that directed the last movie.
Oh, it's a Scorsese movie.
Scorsese. Okay.
Shit. Josh dropped out. It's fine. Gosh. Well, let's just go through all the Scorsese movies then. Is it Taxi Driver?
This is a
Yes.
Taxi Driver.
King of Comedy?
It is not.
It is not. Is it Mean Streets?
You fucking lose, baby. You fucking lose. That's
Too
all
many
you
guesses?
get.
Which okay,
There's
which
too
one is
many
it?
guesses.
'Cause we'll
Uh,
eventually get it.
I
We'll
hope-
eventually get it.
It's not going to the next one. Did I forget to take the? It's a After Hours.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
Hey,
I
it-
still haven't
yeah, it
watched my
looks-
copy yet.
I'm waiting on a replacement because mine came crushed. It came damaged. But yeah, dang, yeah, it's a great one. Okay, I'm gonna
Crushed.
try and do this because I'm gonna figure it out. I don't even care, man. The flow of this episode is all over the place anyway. So let me try and
It's
Let
got
me
that
see if I
sarcastic flow, like fucking our boy Ice Cube. That's sarcastic flow. What was it he said? He called it
oh, I don't know.
because it's like saliva.
Try this. So yeah, it works.
That's not what he
That-
said.
when I-
That's not what he said.
When I go left and right, it works, but you can see the thumbnails. It scrolls through thumbnails. You know what I mean? And it gives it away. So I don't know how to not do that. So how about I'm just gonna be annoying and just kind of pop in and out. I don't care. So Zach, you saw my first one.
You got it, James.
What?
After Hours.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right, Zach. You know what it is. You got excited.
I did.
You don't, but you don't know what it is.
Hot Shots.
I don't see it yet.
Oh, but Todd sees it, right?
Yeah, I see it.
But you don't see it.
Oh yeah. Okay, I see it now.
Okay,
Yeah, I
you
know
know
what
what,
it
Zach?
is. I know what the movie is.
What is-
I know what the
Go
movie
and
is.
guess it. Go and guess it.
It's Exorcist 3, baby.
That's right, man. Boom.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Boom.
Yeah.
I saw Fabio.
Boom.
Yep.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. Here you go.
That looks like Brain Scan.
That's a good guess. That is not right though. But go ahead.
Brain Scan. I want to watch Brain Scan. This is
Everybody
chapped
knows
lips.
this. Everybody
yeah.
knows this.
His lips are very chapped. That's oh, I know what that is.
What
That's
is
Bill
it?
and Ted. The Bogus Journey, ain't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Shit. You got
I
Bill
love that
on Bogus
fucking
Journey.
movie. I love that
Would you fuck
fucking
yourself
movie.
in the ass? Look at him.
I would.
Well,
I would
I
fuck
got that one just
Keanu
for Zach.
Reeves in the ass.
I felt like if
Oh.
Zach knew any of them, like
That's so
off of
funny. I got it from his lips.
You
I got it from
like
his
those
lips, dude. That's so funny.
It's the oh when they're falling. So the people that get stuff on the first frame. It's a movie that you really love, and I knew Zach really loves this movie, so I thought he would get it.
Well, you
I
didn't
think
get
these were
you didn't get Rocky 5 last week, Aaron.
I did get Rocky 5 is no fucking bogus journey. Let me
You
tell
didn't get it. You didn't get it.
I got Shaun of the Dead on the first frame.
You did. You did. You got
But
shit.
look at that. I think for somebody that doesn't watch this movie a whole lot, these are fairly obscure. Like this is the seance scene.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's Ted getting flown through the head of the
Yeah.
corner. Ah! So it's kind of blurry. It's kind of nice. But yeah, he got it on this. You know why? Because I'm pretty sure that Zach has paused this VHS tape many times in his life and jacked off to it. Like, yeah, go in his mouth. Go in Reese's mouth.
Oh yeah.
God, his
Basically-
lips are chapped.
Basically, yeah, his lips are chapped, and I was like, "Fuck, what's a movie that does like Brain Scan? Brain Scan has shots like this."
Yeah.
I'm going to see the Reeves' band in Phoenix next month.
Yeah.
He's playing this little place, and we're just gonna go for the novelty of it. I'm sure Dog Star sucks, but you know we just
Oh,
want to see
they're
the
amazing.
Reeves in like a place with 200 people.
Mhm.
Good guess, Mutineer. You got it.
Yeah, well Zach is the real winner here, man. He got it off some lips.
Oh, I know.
But look at that. All right, so we're gonna go. This is we're gonna jump right into Choose Your Destiny before we end it here. I don't have a picture. I'm just gonna lay it out on the table here. Choose your destiny, this or that. You have to tell me which one, and you have to tell me more importantly why. I want you to don't make a rash decision on this. Pretend like it's really gonna happen. Make a really educated guess. I need you to tell me right now, people in the chat as well. You have to choose one affliction. You are either going blind or you're getting your dick and balls chopped off. You're going to be a living Ken doll. No dick and balls. Keep in mind, you're probably going to have to like pee through some like permanent catheter sticking through like a fucking knot in a second belly button between your legs, right? No dick and balls. I'm not going to make you actually go through the castration. Just imagine you wake up and the surgery happened while you're out. But you're blind. Or no dick and balls, and you can see. But you're blind, and you can no longer do things that come with the dick and balls. You'll probably feel like half a man, but you'll see. You'll enjoy movies, Riverman. You'll be able to watch your fucking crazy C-grade zombie movies. You know, you just won't be able to like watch porn and jack off. You'll probably have phantom feelings. You'll probably go for that dick. You're like, oh, it's not there.
You'll never be able to love a woman again. The
There you
woman
go. And your
race.
kids will never look at you like a real man.
I'm
but you will
already
see.
married and have kids, man.
He's already
it's
castrated.
blood,
No,
yeah.
what's this? No, seriously. What? Honestly, what would you if you had to pick one?
I
Me?
can see somebody
Certainly.
picking either one, really.
Well,
Because if
no,
you fucking, you get rid of your eyes, you can't see any Kino anymore.
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So you got to tell me how I would urinate then. If it would
There's
have
people that don't have dicks and shit like that, and I think they literally have like a permanent like bag and catheter installed in them.
So
they
there's
dump
no
it
way
in
that
there.
I could actually sit on a toilet and go pee.
And you wouldn't control it anymore. Like when you have a cat, it just comes out, and you just keep an eye on your bag. You wouldn't even feel it. But you'd have to have that.
How
bag
hard is
everywhere.
it to like change the bags? Is it pretty quick or what?
I mean, I'm sure if you were like that for life, you'd become a fucking pro at it. But you know, it's
You'd
not
be able
hard.
to do
You
it with one hand, fucking your
just think of
mouth.
it, it's like a giant. It's just like a giant Capri Sun, man. You pop open that lid, you squirt out that orange Capri Sun in your toilet, and you flush it. You know, maybe give it a good rinse every month or something. I don't know.
I'd probably do
That's-
the dick and balls.
You would do the dick and balls.
I
And
would.
why though? Why would you do the dick and balls? You think you'd be
A lot of
least
movies
aroused?
now.
I would be a lot happier, I think, with my eyes. Let's just say that. If I
I
had,
think
a
you'd
good-
be a lot happier without the distraction of having a penis. You've always dreamt of not having that annoying appendage.
no, I'm just saying, like, not having her eyes is like a big thing because you couldn't work, you couldn't do any, you couldn't do anything, you couldn't see anybody.
You would feel bad
It's
when
just
you
like-
listen to that song "Eyeless" by Slipknot.
Yeah, you,
Yeah,
you would feel very very sad.
Every time he says, look at me in my brand new eyes," he'd start crying. I can't.
Exactly.
But
Okay,
yeah,
no,
I don't
fair
know.
enough.
That's me. I mean, it's just
You feel like you could grieve and sort of like get accustomed to the idea and accept that, okay, I no longer have a dick and balls. I accept myself. I'm still a man. It's nobody else's business. I could still watch this Kino. I could still watch this.
if I was in my teens and 20s, it'd be a different story. But now in my
Yeah, but
late
how much
30s,
action
early
you getting-
40s,
How much action are you gonna get as a blind man in your teens?
All of it. You don't have to worry about fucking
You don't know-
standards anymore.
you don't know what action you're getting.
You could be
Let's
having
go find
sex
a
with a
Corey
hobo.
Holmes.
Okay.
Well, think about it. You couldn't even like do it yourself. Yeah. Okay. All right. So Todd's made his choice.
I'd
Right.
probably take medicine where I wouldn't think about it anymore. Honestly,
If it didn't already castrate you, you'd chemically like I don't want to have any feelings anymore.
yeah.
I want to be like
I-
neutral.
I'm trying hard to pretend like fucking this is a hard question, but like fucking, it's not that hard. Fucking, I'd still be able to listen to movies. Fucking, I'd listen to the fucking what's it called? What are those
He already
tracks where
watches
they?
shit he watches shit at 4 times speed. He doesn't even, the next evolution in his genius is not watching anything, period. He just wants to listen to shit. He wants to listen to shit at 4 times speed. He doesn't need to waste his eye strain on it anyway.
I do. I
he's gonna
watch a
start
lot of
coming to-
movies. I watch a
He's
lot
gonna
of
start
movies at
coming
4
to
times.
cinema enema. He's like, man, I listened to that shit at work while I was sweeping floor. I'm not even bothering watching it anymore. I figure if I listen to shit while I'm working, I can watch 20 times more movies.
So you
Mhm.
couldn't walk anywhere, you couldn't drive anywhere, you couldn't do any of that. You'd rather just sit at home and listen to
Mhm.
shit.
Fucking sit at home and have it do sex with people.
Beat off to all these movies you're listening to.
Whatever.
You can still
Oh, yeah.
beat off to the sound of porn, I guess. Zach can
Mhm.
do that. That's
Pretty
really
much.
funny. Mendoza says all this talk of piss is making me thirsty. That's great.
Oh shit.
Making me cane.
Yeah. And I actually don't. Let me think. What is my answer? That's actually good. I plead the fifth. I don't know. That's tough.
No,
That's actually
you gotta tell us.
That is actually really, really tough. I feel like I would probably keep my eyes and just take the rest to the grave. Nobody would know. I mean, I'd have a piss bag, but I would just make up some other shit. Like, yeah, I just got a catheter in there, but I got my dick. It's still there. It's just I need this catheter. You know. I think. Yeah. I think. I don't know. I think I'd have to watch movies, man. I'd have to be able to see. I feel like if I didn't have it anymore, I wouldn't even care. It wouldn't even be on my radar anymore. So maybe I would like eventually learn to like, I'm not, what am I missing?
You can go gay, I guess, but that's pretty much it at that point.
I could learn to fucking be satisfied by just fucking doing a chick with my fingers probably. I'm trying to weigh both fucking options here.
Mutineer has the best answer of all, and he's right. Either one, he says, because I just shoot myself anyway. So I'll
Yeah.
keep my eyes just so I could see well enough to aim.
That's a good answer.
Well, I mean, you don't need your eyes to fucking shoot yourself in the head. I mean, surely you could find.
Well, to
know,
find the
you're
bullet,
shooting.
you do. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right. That Mutineer wins. That's good. That's an option C. But that was it. That was my name. That was my Choose Your Destiny. Tried to get a little. All right. Anybody in the chat? Did you have anything you want to talk about before we close it up? We just kind of kept it nonchalant this week, man.
I was
Getting
gonna
to 50
say,
episodes.
I thought I wasn't sure if we still fucking had that topic we were planning on. Fucking, I was gonna
Well-
tell that story.
So we're gonna break conventions here. Well, remember I
No,
just
we
said
don't
we
have
kind of
to. We don't
abandoned
have
it. No. So originally we had a topic of like things that have happened that you can't explain. It doesn't necessarily have to be ghosts or paranormal. It could be just anything that's happened that you just thought, what the hell? I've never been able to make heads or tails of that. And I had a couple things. It sounds like Zach did. So let's hear what Zach has to say. What is your thing? What happened to you?
Oh fucking! I can't reveal any names. I can't reveal any names. But fucking
We
I
already know
talked
about
about it
people
on the
that
show
fuck their
before. It was the
sisters.
time. It was the time I saw
Okay,
my friend
Mac.
fuck his sister in the back of a truck. The back of his dad's pickup truck. Fucking that blew my fucking mind. I'll never forget that day. It blew my mind.
Okay, that's it, really?
It is. That's one of those things. That's the one thing that fucking I thought like hell yeah. That's the fucking. I still don't know what to make heads or tails about that moment in my life, and it probably fucked me up beyond any way I ever can imagine.
Well, I'll hold on to mine then for another time because Zach was kind of going in a different direction than me. Like you can literally explain that he was hot for his sister, and she was ready to go,
I can't.
and you were just
I can't
bystander.
explain
You just like he went at it. I mean, it's incestual hormones. I mean, I just explained it. But
it. You know what's so fucking.
go ahead. What? No, I was gonna talk about this one time. Like this is what I'm talking about. Like one, and this is all I give away. Then we'll end the show. Like one time we were in my basement, me and my brothers. We were playing this game where we turn off the lights, and we put a comforter over the window in the basement, and that was the only source of light. And even in front of the windows was like a bunch of bushes, so not a whole lot of light was getting in anyway at night. But just in case, like a car like would drive on the cul-de-sac. I lived on a cul-de-sac, but if a car was driving by, you might get like a flash of headlights. So we would put a comforter on the window, pitch black, like close your eyes. That's what it looked like this. And then we would, for some reason, we like this idea of like kind of like Marco Polo, but like you're in the dark. Where are you at? It's really kind of autistic now you think about it. And it was an unfinished basement. Anyway, out of nowhere, for like a second, the whole room swelled up like an infrared, kind of like a camera darkroom red color, and then just kind of swelled back down and went away. I was just like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah,
And like,
if
if you wanted to you debunk shit, it wasn't like, well, what if it was like some like brake light? First of all, no. There was one window with a comforter over it, and it would never have lit. It wasn't even like that anyway. I'm telling you, it's like you're in a dark room and the whole room lit up red, like red light, and then just went away. And it's just
it
one of
was
those
the
things like,
predator.
yeah, something like that. But that was one of those things. Was this the haunted basement? No, this isn't the one you're talking about, Mutineer. This is actually my house in Millard. I used to live near Corey Zamula. I'm sorry, I'm name dropping people. don't Google them. No, but yeah, man, it was the only thing that ever happened in this house. It actually looked just like our buddy Travis's house. Same like split level house, same model. So the basement looked just like Travis's too. We even had the laundry room where his like was, and he had his
Yeah.
toilet. We didn't have a toilet in the middle of the floor. That was fucking weird. We didn't have that, and I think it had an extra wall. But the only thing weird that happened in that house is we had a dog, and he would do that thing. I was always creeped out by the laundry room. I slept in this room, and I always I just felt fucking weird. Like I would hear noises in there, and it was probably just like me playing games with myself in my head. But it just felt real odd. And we got a dog, dude. And then I came home from school, and like for a month straight, my dog would be in that laundry room barking at nothing. I was like, oh shit, like there's a ghost in there. And then we saw that. Then there's that one time where just like the whole place lit up red, and I have no fucking clue what it meant. There's always stories about stuff like spook lights. I remember watching an episode of Unsolved Mysteries back in the day where they're talking about the spook lights, and it was this phenomenon that happened. It's been notated to happen in 3 parts of the world. One of them's probably like Jerusalem. One of them might be like in Honduras. All over the world. But the third one was in Joplin, like just outside of Joplin, Missouri, like an hour from where I used to live. And it's just this, nobody's ever explained it, and it's like an orb of light that just like it looks like the Good Witch of who's the Glenda the Good Witch, the orb of light just kind of hopping down a road, and nobody's ever been able to make heads or tails of what it is scientifically. It doesn't necessarily mean it's like a ghost or anything, but it could be just something science that nobody's ever been able to crack. So I don't know if it's something like that, but it wasn't like an orb like dance. They've always described it as, imagine like an ogre like fucking Shrek carrying like a lantern, but Shrek is invisible and it's just swinging down the road. And but I don't know if it's some kind of similar phenomenon. But all I know is this whole fucking basement. Imagine Travis's basement, pitch black, just swelled up a deep red color and went away. This is before I ever saw an Argento movie. It's like it kind of reminds me now that I think about it of like Suspiria, when you get like those red tones that are like lighting up the whole room. Yeah, it's fucking weird.
No, that is crazy, man.
I don't know what it is.
What if
So
it was that
what's that?
phenomenon? What if it was that phenomenon where you were seeing like the fucking shit in your eye? Whenever like a
Well, it
fucking
wasn't
light
just
goes
me;
on,
it was
you
my
see-
brothers too.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like a peripheral thing, if that's what you're trying to describe. I'm telling you, I don't know. It was literally like a dark room. Like there was like somebody turned on a light that was like red, but it wasn't even just like turning on a light switch. It was like a swelling. It was weird. It's like the room filled with the light and then filled back down. That's all. It was really ethereal. It was really weird. It wasn't like a normal. Maybe if like you had a light with like a fader, right, a dimmer. Maybe that's like the best way to describe it. It's like it got ooh and then went away. Like what? But we didn't have dimmers back then. We didn't have faders. And motherfucker, we didn't have no red light bulbs. It had nothing to do with it. But anyway, I've never been able to make heads or tails of what that was about. Yeah, Silhouette. It was the basement from Goosebumps with the green hand. Don't go into the basement. Exactly. But anyway,
my favorite phenomenon was the movie with what's his face, John
Travolta. Yeah.
Yeah.
That stupid
Great.
cover where he's like autistic.
What's
He's
his
doing, like,
chin?
that thing. What's his chin?
Oh, yeah.
You think he's at an LA Fitness right now, getting ready to go and try and get some ass? It's too early.
Well,
think
did
it's
you know
like
he's a
9.
time traveler? John Travolta.
No,
I
Have you
did.
seen the time traveler picture of John Travolta?
No. Go ahead and show it real quick,
Fucking
and
it.
then we'll end it.
All right, yeah. Let me
Him and Keanu Reeves also had a time travel picture. Basically, it's just people finding people that look
mean,
vaguely like the person.
No, this is a spitting image, man.
I might have seen it. Let me see.
All right, let me get to images. Here we
He's
go.
got it saved in his computer.
I should. Okay.
I definitely do.
Oh my god.
How do I share this? Ooh. Sandy.
That was always like Hank Hill. Oh.
I got chills, they're multiplying.
You think that's what he
And I'm
says when the guy's coming in
blue.
his ass in the fucking
hope so.
YMCA?
Hopefully.
That is no. That's
Yes, that's John
No.
Travolta, dude. Yeah, absolutely.
it's not close enough. Like
Yeah,
maybe
it
that could be a
is.
distant relative, but that is not close enough, my friend.
No, that's exactly Travolta, dude. He was
That's
hanging out in the YMCA, dude.
That's not
Does he have the
close
same chin?
enough. He's kind of got those big like Michael Myers lips, but I don't know if that's close enough. I think I know the one he's talking about with Keanu Reeves. I think that one was a lot closer, wasn't it? That's the kid from
is-
Gummo, Silhouette says. Yeah, that's right. It's too early. He cruises around at 2 a.m. That's the whole point. He's not going to go to an LA
It's
Fitness trying
clearly
to get
not-
some.
It's clearly
Yeah,
not the
that's-
same
that's the-
chin.
That's him,
That's
brother.
not. That's not close enough at all. He doesn't even have the butt chin. Where's the butthole? Where's the
Well,
booty?
you
hole?
can't.
The thing
You
is-
can't see this 1800.
He looks like he's got gauze or cotton in his bottom lip. He's chewing tobacco.
The thing is, too, is it's mostly like fucking people can just kind of make this with anybody. And like if you show the side by side, like if we just saw the first picture, we probably wouldn't think of John Travolta at all. But then you
Yeah,
show them
you
side
never-
by
you
side, and
never
it's like,
would.
oh,
Yeah, that's
Like
not
his
that's
bow
not
tie.
close enough for me. Let's see, Adrian. Yeah, he's at a Y right now, revealing his big white cock in the locker rooms. I get the impression it probably wouldn't be very big. I don't know why. I just don't think Travolta would have a big one. I don't
That's
think so.
definitely Travolta.
I don't think so. Yeah, I remember the Reeves one looking a lot more like it, but Anyway, what a way to end the show. Well, that's it.
I
Thank you
fucking-
guys for hanging out with us. Wait, do you have
I
something you want to say?
proved today that I am the king of fucking Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
I
Bogus
if I
Journey
get to
connoisseur.
meet if I get to meet Ted, if I happen to get to meet him, if he's like hanging out at this place, if this was like a normal band, they're usually hanging out in the Mexican restaurant that's adjoined to it after the show. Ted might escape out the back, but if I happen to see him, it's a really tiny place. I might catch him just on the block. I will tell him. That's what I'll say. I'll say, "Hey, look, man, you probably don't give a shit, but we do this game called Name That Kino, and we show random, really obscure screenshots of movies. And my buddy Zach, he got it from an up close shot of your fucking gaping mouth, dude. He knew it because he worships those. He worships those lips.
Bring us some chapstick.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, guy. Oh no, Silhouette just got here. Sorry, bro. Mendoza says in one story, a guy said he had a massive hog and kept whipping it out in the steam room. I was still talking about. See,
As
all
you
these
do.
people talking about Bloody Mary and Candyman. Say John Travolta's name 5 times in a gym bathroom and see what happens. Watch and see. Fuck around and find out. You know.
Oh yeah.
You summoned me.
Hmm.
Aye.
I
Terrible.
want to fuck that.
All
man.
right.
Instead of Sandy, it's Randy. Randy.
Terrible.
Hmm.
All right, let's call it. Thanks, guys. You know the drill. Follow us, all that good stuff. Hopefully, like I said, Sunday we'll be doing fucking the thing about the thing and the Russian thing. You know the thing, the foreign thing, that thing.
Exactly.
I'm real tired. All right, guys. Bloody nutty. Bye.
Later.